so... What is up? I haven't done a What's Really Hood in a while, so I figured I'd fucking do that today. We'll test out how this goes. Well, the new job's going good, guys. It's pretty freaking chill. Just learning new stuff, try to learn something new every day. But it's just a new place, and it's just going to take time to get used to it and things like that. But I'm getting to know a lot of people and things like that, and it's fun. I like the job in itself. It's not something I dread going to or something like that. And then, man, one thing I did notice from working days, which I am used to it, it's still kind of weird getting out at this time, but I haven't had trouble going to bed at all. If anything, I go to bed like right on time. Like I'm tired at like 9:30 and I'm ready to go to bed. But I'll have nights where I stay up to like 11. You know, it just depends. But one thing I've noticed, man, is my headaches. I have only had one headache since I've started this job, which is insane because I used to get headaches probably 2 to 3 times a week. So I don't know if that's maybe just the hours or if I'm just getting better sleep. I really don't know what the answer is to that. Or if it's just coincidence. I don't know. So only time will tell. But, you know, I had to buy Excedrin the other day and I haven't even had to use it. So that's pretty crazy because usually I dip into that regularly, you know. So that's always a good thing when you don't have to be doing some shit like that. Other than that, it's been a little hard to stream a little bit. That's more because of like personal issues though. Just personal things going on. That's all. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with time or anything like that. I did start a Ken Griffey Jr. stream, so we started the season officially. Hopefully the battery holds up. I mean, it's fucking brand new, so I mean, it should. If it doesn't, then something's wrong. There's got to be a connection or something. If it messes up again, we will not be doing a Ken Griffey Jr. season. We'll give up on it. It'll be done. This will be the 3rd time it failed. But I finally, before I didn't replace the battery. Now I did. So there's no reason why it should mess up. So if it does, I'm not going to even look into it. I'll just keep the cartridge for whenever I want to fuck around. And, you know, that'll be it. Other than that, I'm working on some other little like side projects as well. Gaming wise, I'm not going to say what they are because every single time I do that, everybody goes and copies me. So I'm not going to do that. I wish I could tell you that, but every time I do, people like to mess with what I'm doing. So I don't know why some of you guys watching this do that, but so I'm just not going to say it anymore. But anyway, I'm working on a couple of things. I'll be playing a lot of video games this weekend. Today's Friday, so I just got out of work. And I'm going to try to have like a pretty chill weekend and just kind of relax and play some games and stuff like that. And maybe take Nathan to the arcade depending on what he's doing and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it's going to be trying to be pretty chill. One subject I did want to talk about before I got too far here was I was watching a video that basically just talked about movie licensed games. And I thought to myself, you know, you got that whole thing saying that all the movie licensed games are trash. And a lot of that's true. You know, a lot of it, I think it's exaggerated a bit. Like the guy put Predator on the list. I mean, I don't think Predator's a bad game. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, I don't think those are bad games. Back to the Future is not a bad game. RoboCop's not a bad game. I even thought Darkman wasn't a bad game. But there are some, like Terminator 2 for Super Nintendo's probably really... Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 are probably really sketchy, you know. I have never played through T2 on Super Nintendo yet, but boy, oh boy, it doesn't look very good. That's for sure. But Terminator 1 on the NES was kind of rough. Terminator 2 was okay, but still not a good game, you know. So yeah, movie license games. It made me think about, like, how do they fuck it up, though? You know, like, how do they fuck up so bad? But I wonder, as I'm sitting here talking about it, I guess I just came up with an excuse. I do suppose it has something to do with time, right? They didn't have a lot of time to work on some of these games. I don't know, you got good ones like Gremlins 2. That was a good one. But yeah, there was a lot of bad ones. Like I said, I think that's the normal kind of consensus, is that movie licensed games are just fucking trash, you know? But yeah, I thought to myself, I wonder what other movies they could have done. Like RoboCop 2, that game was bad. But RoboCop 3 on the Super Nintendo, a lot of people give that shit. I thought it was alright. I thought it was decent, dude. But Alien 3 and stuff, it was alright. Alien 3 on Genesis seemed pretty good. I haven't played through that one yet, but I mean, it seemed alright. I don't know. I thought the whole thing on movie licensed games was a little bit exaggerated with, like, them being bad. A lot of times people don't know how to differentiate being bad at games, or is the game actually bad? And I think most of the time it's that people are bad at games. You know, you're just not good at it. That's all. You know? And you're quick to give up on it, right? You're quick to get frustrated. You're quick to give up. That's mostly what it is. You know? Because even like Predator 2, that wasn't that bad of a game on Genesis. And I just thought of something else, too, that wasn't that bad. Dang it, I let it slip my mind. But when I was sitting there talking about, you know, talent-wise, people are just quick to give up on games and get frustrated because it's not the super easy thing, right? But to be honest, most of the time I could find some fun. Oh, Last Action Hero. That was kind of bad. The Home Alone games are all pretty freaking good. I'd say they're all pretty good for what they are. I mean, what do you really expect from it? But I think even the NES one is, like, not a terrible game. It's a decent little game. I mean, probably the worst out of all the Home Alone ones, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. You're running around the house setting traps. You got to survive for 20 minutes or whatever. I always enjoy watching people play it. And then I had fun trying to beat it. I mean, it was kind of tough. But I suppose if you bought it back in the day, I mean, that wouldn't have been a good game to buy. But dude, Home Alone on like Super Nintendo and stuff, like I thought that was really decent actually. And then the Game Boy one seems to be like the same. And then the Genesis one, I haven't beaten that one yet, but it seems decent. I know Home Alone 2 on the Genesis, I always had fun with it. I grew up with that actually. And I had a good time with it. I thought it was fine. But yeah, movie licensed games. I don't know. Back to the Future 2 and 3. Now that seems kind of poor. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. That's pretty poor. Wayne's World is pretty poor. I don't know. On the Super Nintendo, it's not like it's a bad game. It's just a goofy game. Like, when you're going to make a game about Wayne's World, that's kind of hard, you know? I've never played the NES one. I've always wanted that one, but I didn't get a chance to play it. It definitely doesn't look very good. Again, back in the day, if a lot of these were rentals, they were probably fine. But if you paid, you know, $50 or $60 back in the day for these games, then yes, it wouldn't be too good. It'd be kind of poor. But yeah, I know I'm missing a lot. You'll definitely have to put some in the comments and write whether you like it or not, you know. I know there's the Porn Master. I wanted to play that. I was thinking about playing that soon, the Page Master. I grew up with that also on the Sega Genesis. The Porn Master, I call it. I played Universal Soldier. That was kind of poor. I beat that game. That was poor, though. You know what's a good movie-based game? True Lies on the Sega Genesis. I mean, Super Nintendo, too. Both of them are really fucking good. Yeah, True Lies is dope, dude. Very, very good. That's a good-ass fucking game. I just thought of another one, too. It had something to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, Total Recall. That one was... Like I said, I don't think it's a bad game. It's just not that good either. It's like middle of the road. But yeah, what about The Porn Master, Page Master? Has anybody ever even seen that movie, The Page Master? That was a movie with Macaulay Culkin that, like, nobody talks about. It must be fucking garbage. Maybe I'll watch that with the kid this weekend. Maybe me and Meg will put on The Porn Master. I bet it's on Disney Plus. The Porn Master. But anyway, I'm trying to think of more. Oh, Die Hard. Die Hard Trilogy. That was okay. Die Hard 3 on there is fucking terrible. But Die Hard 1 and 2 is good. And then you had Die Hard on the NES. I've never truly played that. I don't own that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does not look very good. But I could see what they were going for. But it does not look very fucking good. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm going to try to play The Porn Master this weekend. That's a game I don't see anybody stream. The Page Master. But I used to play it when I was a kid. I don't know if it has passwords or not. I forget. I don't think it does. And I want to say, I don't know. It seemed like that game was kind of long. But maybe as a kid, I was just kind of bad. It's all about books. You have the guy that's the horror book. And then there's like the pirate book. And then isn't one of the books like a woman, and it's like she's like all magic or something like that. She's like a fairy. I don't even know what that movie is about. The Porn Master. The Porn Master. I'm in the mood to play some fucking Griffey. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I don't know if I can get home and just turn on Griffey like that. I don't think I can. But anyway, guys, this is What's Really Hood. We're on like almost 13 minutes. So, I mean, I guess I do have time that when I get off of work, I really can do one. As long as I don't go for like the 20-minute ones. But really, I don't like to make those anyway. But yeah, movie licensed games. What are some bad ones, good ones? What do you think of them? What about the ones I named? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let's just get the chatter going about movie licensed games. There's a lot of them. I know I'm forgetting them all. I know that. How about Moonwalker? Moonwalker was kind of a decent game. It was all right. It sure as hell wasn't good, but it was all right. It was a decent game. Then you got those weird ones like, I've never played that beat 'em up, Three Ninjas. Actually, is it a beat 'em up? I forget. The Three Ninjas, man. I think I remember that game being fucking trash, and I like tried it somehow. I don't know, on like a Super Nintendo Classic or some shit like that, and it was complete fucking trash or something. Hook was good. Hook on the fucking Super Nintendo is really good, dude. Hook is badass. Hook on the NES wasn't that bad either. For the longest time, I thought because of AVGN that was a dog shit game, but really it wasn't. It was actually kind of fun. But anyways, guys, I'm about to pull up. I will talk to you guys later. God bless. It's good to be back. Yeah!